Hello and welcome to another video with me, Maxwell's Virtual Aviation. And if you can't tell where we are in the cockpit of the Hercules H4 Hercules. I almost called it the Spruce Goose, but we're not going to do that. Everything, apparently, testing has been done. We are going to take off here and see if this thing will fly. All right, here we go. Everything else seems to be running. We are going to do exhaustive testing of this aircraft, but for right now, we're just going to fly it. Take, looks like your elevator trim. We probably want to actually trim that up a little bit. There we go. Flaps are going to come to 15. Flaps are descending. Flaps are at 15. Engines are running. All right, let's go. Advancing master throttles. You should note this cockpit is set up for the 1947 run. 4 main throttles up here. You see 8 throttles today in McMinnville. Those were electrical throttles, and those were actually changed later. Getting out into the bay here. A little bit of engine differential to get it moving. But it moves very nicely. We're looking to get on the step. And there's 40. They said Howard here simply moved the throttles all the way forward in one fluid motion. So I just did that. Takeoff power. We are on the step. Climbing. There's 80. And we are airborne. We are really airborne. We are up in the air and away. Man, with those hydraulically boosted controls, she's flying beautifully. Flaps are going to come up. Yes, she flies, and she flies quite nicely. I have a lot of looking to do with a lot of other aircraft, but let me tell you that right now I am so incredibly happy and so incredibly pleased by all the hard work of the people who put this together. There's going to be a lot longer videos coming, but you just got to see my first flight in an aircraft that I have wanted to fly, well, forever. So, very good. Very good. It does fly, and it does fly quite nicely. I think this will silence all of the doubters out there in the virtual world. But now for the fun part. Now we're going to try and land. All right. We're going to power back. Descents, we're done at cruise power. I have the manual, the actual manual put together by the War Department for this aircraft. We are going to trim level and then just nose down a touch. Bring our power off. Now I did my throttle testing in a 747, and we're still climbing. This thing just wants to fly. My guess is that giant wing on it. All right, we're beginning our descent. I'm going to trim level here. I don't know where my flap speed is. Have no idea. We're just going to keep descending here. Go ahead and do flaps 15. Flaps are at 15 degrees. Using that to figure out how high we are above the ground. Might as well head back to where we took off. Flaps are coming up. Power's coming up. Here we go. we're just going to go around and return from whence we came here. Oh, we're actually up much higher than I was expecting. We gained altitude like a rocket. I'm guessing we're really lightly loaded. Look at that. All right. Power coming down. We're just going to set up for a landing here. Now, there's a hidden bridge around here somewhere. I hit it the last time I tried to record this video when I was doing my taxi tests, because they removed all of the bridges. There are bridges that span here, and I think they took them out. All right. There's the outer harbor. There's the... All right. Let's get set up for this. Here we go. All right, turn my eyes on here so I can actually view my airspeed is. All right, I see where we're heading. I think, here we go. All right. Watching out for those cargo ships there. Rate of descent is pretty high, but still pretty good. I'm gonna set up to land right over here. Here goes nothing. Something, I hope. All right. Man, these controls are in fact really light. Not that I can feel them because, you know, the strain on my yoke is always the same, but we're going to do a power on landing here. All right, flaps are going to come 15. Descending. All right, I've got the surface of the water. No idea which direction. Looks like the wind is coming this way, judging by the ripples. Bring power down just a little bit more. Check my airspeed. Airspeed's good. Keep that descent rate going. Now, in the original flight, he didn't do anything more with his flaps. Check our airspeed. Airspeed's right at about 100. Bring that down. We're going to go more flaps. Don't know what the flap settings are even in this aircraft. Bring that power up just a touch more. Bringing her down. Bringing her down. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right, we're at about 1,000 feet. We're going to have to land this thing here soon. Water's coming up. Check our airspeed. Airspeed's good. Probably want about 80 knots, though, honestly. All right, airspeed's coming down like I'm hoping it will. I've got good surface of the water to look at. I think there's actually a bridge in front of me right now that I might hit. Because they just removed it. They didn't actually take the bridge out. Airspeed's a bit low. We want about 80 knots. Do we have more flaps? Oh my goodness gracious, we have more flaps. There we go. We're at full flaps now. We want about 80 knots, which is what I land a caravan at here. And it doesn't want to stop flying. Curious to see what it'll do at full weights. Yep, airspeed's a bit high, but we are now descending again. Here we go. Descending, descending, descending. All right, we're going to go power off. That's idle. There we go. Rudder over. And there we go. was pretty cool. That was pretty cool indeed. Well, there we have it. The first flight, for me, of the HK1, or the HK1, H4 Hercules aircraft. Just turned off the inboard engines. Awesome. Well, I've got a whole bunch more planes to fly. I'll have much better content here soon, but thanks for joining me.